What's up, YouTube? So I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you for tuning in for the first time, and if you're back, welcome back. As y'all can see by the title, this is my AIT experience video and what it was like being at Fort Sam Houston for AIT. And if you have watched the last video, then you know this is part 2. So if you did not go and watch the previous video where I broke down my experience transitioning from basic training to AIT, what was AIT like, what the setup was like, and what is AIT supposed to be like, what to expect with how the Army intends for it to be for you, then you got to make sure you go and watch that video, and I'm gonna link it right here. So if you have not watched it, stop the video, go watch it, and then come back to this video, because in this video I'm gonna talk about what AIT was like outside of class and getting MOS qualified, which is your first mission. But what was it like outside of class? Was it enjoyable? Did I not like it? And just all around what it is you need to know about being an AIT. And I'm just gonna give y'all insight on how I personally felt about AIT, y'all, because I told y'all in the last video that AIT was not fun for me. I literally could not stand being there, and I had my reasons for that, y'all, because of how AIT was set up during COVID, and also because of, you know, just how I processed the experience. So I'm gonna talk about that in this video, y'all. So if you want to hear about that, you gotta make sure you stay tuned. Before I get started, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you turn on your post notification bell so that way you can be notified every single time that I post, and make sure you are helping me to be on my road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm halfway there. So you gotta make sure you're interacting with me so I can get there, okay? So yes, let's get right into the video. So in part 1, y'all, I broke down that we had 3 formations, but technically we had morning formation and we had the defect formation that you will have during class, which is not a formation because it's not with the company unless you were a holdover or hold under, but I was never that. So I don't know what they was doing back at the company during that time. From what I know, they were like cleaning up around the barracks. They sent them on details and stuff like that, which I heard it was not a fun time, and sometimes it was a fun time because they could not be in their rooms, y'all. So they made them be downstairs interacting, doing things soldiery like during that time, y'all, while we were in class. So being a hold over, hold under was not a fun time for those people, y'all. So evening formation, which was the best time, y'all, because it had the most flexibility. We went to the defect. We had about an hour to go in there. That's where people used to go and meet up with their friends, especially if you had friends in another class and another MOS. We didn't have bed check until 2000 every night, unless you had ACG, y'all. Y'all know active control guard, you gotta pull duty no matter where you're at. But in training, that is the hour shift you have to pull, where you stay up and you monitor the hallways and you make sure that your battle buddies are basically safe and you're cleaning up, things of that nature, right? So how it works is you were at the defect from 1800 and you could be there to 1900 unless you had mail, and mail call happened at 1830. So a lot of people used to try to like get there soon because you didn't want to be in a super long line waiting on mail. So you could order mail during AIT, y'all. You could order whatever you wanted except anything that you ain't supposed to have. So you can order clothes, you can order stuff from your you can get stuff sent from your people, whatever you wanted, y'all. That was the time to go pick up your mail, your letters, whatever the case may be. And then at 1900 they had ACG brief, and an ACG brief happened every night, and you were only required to be there if your name was on the roster for that day. And I can't remember how we used to find out that we were on ACG. I think it was a list that came out. I really can't remember, y'all, but you will know that you had ACG. You had to be downstairs, and they literally go over the same rules every day, y'all. It got annoying because you had to be there. They'll say, remember, no sleeping on ACG, no this, no that, no this. And so basically they go over that, and then you get released for bed check. How bed check was at Fort Sam Houston, and I'm going to insert clips, we had to stand out in the hallway, and they used to do it by the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor. With us, they had females on the first and third floor, and the males were only on the second floor, because of course it's always going to be more women for the most part. They used to pick and choose which order they would do it, and we used to get so annoyed, y'all, because sometimes we will be waiting for bed check until freaking 2100, all because we were like, especially on the third floor, y'all, it took so much to finally get our name checked off so you can go in a room and go to sleep, because you could not be in a room until the drill sergeant checked your name off. And we got smart, y'all. We end up knowing how to play it, because we'll have some people that wouldn't mind waiting outside, and they'll come knock on the door like, hey, the drill sergeant up here, go on, come out, da da da. So sometimes you could just kind of chill and be in your room, you know, doing you, and not have to actively wait outside if you know you had been waiting a while. But most of the time we were waiting outside of the pod. And ACG, y'all, it wasn't bad. I mean, they had us pulling ACG from the time bed check starts, so 2100, which was the best shift, or the very last shift. I mean, some people didn't like the very last shift because it's like you basically are up for the day and you're getting up for the last shift at like 0300 to 400, but at least you got a chance to get in the bed and like sleep all the way through, instead of those ugly ass shifts where you got to wake up in the middle of the night, pull guard for an hour, then try to go back to sleep. So let's talk about the special days in AIT, right? Because every day was not going to be the same, because some days they had set it up for things with what needed to be done that day, right? So like Thursdays, we had every Thursday we had to have a brief by the commander and the chaplain, and that was a day that they had promotion ceremony, the drill sergeant hats off ceremony, and just basically any brief or anything that we needed to be tracking during that time. That is what happened on every Thursday, y'all. So that was the latest we had evening formation, y'all. We used to sometimes be out there so freaking long, y'all, where by the time we get done with evening formation, you don't even have time to go get dinner, because it's gonna be time for either ACG brief or bed check. I told y'all another thing, you had an option for mail call. That was the time a lot of people had opportunities to chill with their friends, so they ordered food. They were chilling out on the PT field, they were chilling out in a gazebo.
I got away from it.
And left foot just stump. Cha-cha to the right.
Yeah, I got to teach her the regular way.
You know, doing them for the 1 to 2 hours that you had the opportunity until you had to go to the next formation. That was a regular day during the week. But on the weekend, y'all, that's where we were able to enjoy ourselves a little bit more, because the weekend was where things were relaxed. They didn't have to be strict on us unless people were in trouble about something, y'all. So how the weekend schedule was, right? We had morning formation, and I believe morning formation was whatever the drill sergeant wanted it to be, but most of the time we had weekend formation at like 0800. So we had our opportunity to finally sleep in, y'all, which was very needed. Like if you were phase 5, y'all, you were able to chill out and relax, because more than likely they'll say phase 5, bye, we don't want to see y'all released for the day, we'll see y'all tonight at bed check. So we used to be like, oh, like turn everybody happy, because it's like, yes, I ain't gotta deal with none of this formation stuff today. Unless you were phase 4, they gonna say, hey, we gonna see you at lunch formation, because we gotta march you to lunch. Hey, we'll see you at evening formation. So the weekend, right, how it was set up, I know me and my friends specifically, after we get dismissed from breakfast formation, some people would choose to go to the defect, and some people would choose to literally not eat breakfast. Some people like, no, I got something in the room. I'm gonna talk about that, because you're not supposed to have food in the room. But yes, some people literally be like, nah, I don't care to walk to the defect, it's too far away, because on the weekend it was only one defect open. The one that was by our company was not open on the weekend, so we had to go to the super far one, which nobody liked doing. And I used to like going to breakfast chow, y'all. Like that's literally my favorite meal of the day. And I used to hate when I did not have a battle buddy, because that mean I was like walking with random people, and I did not like that. But yes, for the most part, a lot of people at the breakfast formation chose that time to go back to the room and go to sleep, because a lot of us would still be restless from the week, like we're tired. So a lot of us go back to the room, go to sleep, and then we'll be like, alright, hit me up, like we can go get lunch later, we can go to the PX for lunch, we can go get some food for lunch. And a lot of people did not like eating at the DFAC when we didn't have to. So we did spend a lot of money at AIT, but you still had an opportunity to save, because I still saved up money at AIT. So yeah, you could not go to the commissary in AIT, you had to go to the PX. And when you got to the PX, you had on your PT belt, you could have on your civilians if you were phase 5, and you could just chill out there, do you know, if you wanted to bring back a TV, whatever you can get from the PX that you were allowed to have in your room, that was the time to get it. And people also used to take their time to go to the SAC, which was a recreation center. And the recreation center, y'all, that's where, I guess that's where the hoes be, because that was the conjugation period. That's where you could see the Navy, the Air Force, everybody else, because that was the one place people used to meet. People used to go there to meet up. You know, we also used to hear rumors that's where people used to try to go to have sex. You know, that's where people used to go and be able to like be free, be wild, because at the SAC, right, that's what it was called, they had a concession stand, they had like a dance room, an arcade, like music on the floor, so people used to go there and dance. They had like games and all that stuff like that. So we could not go there. I think you can go there in the afternoon after class if you had time, but most of the time people were there on the weekend. So that was our move, y'all. That's where our spot was, because we could not go out post. Now I told you that you can go to the PX and get what you need, but we were not supposed to have food in the room, y'all. And of course y'all know we did, but they did not play that shit, y'all. We used to be getting scared of health and welfare I can't say it. Health and welfare checks all the time, y'all. Some people used to take that so serious because they be like, oh, they're gonna shut down the company because of that, we're gonna be in trouble if they catch us with food. Which most of the time, y'all, now that I'm out, I'm pretty sure those health and welfare checks were definitely not with the intention against soldiers for food, but definitely because they had to do it, one, and two, because soldiers were sneaking in alcohol, vapes, and shit like that. And I think that's truly why they were doing those. And if they caught you with food in between it, they was gonna get you if they really didn't care for you like that. Because I know I had a drill sergeant, he definitely caught me with food in the trash can. He was like, what's that? I was like, no, drill sergeant. He was like, get rid of this shit, get rid of this shit. I was like, cool, you know. But if you had a petty ass drill sergeant, they definitely would have counseled you for that. They definitely would take your face 5 patch because of that. But a lot of people used to go and eat their food, hurry up and bone that shit and take that shit to the dumpster. I'm talking about as soon as you get done, you gotta get rid of your food. You cannot keep it in there. Towards the end of AIT, y'all, we stopped giving a fuck. I sure did. I started having food in my locker because I'm like, at this point, if they catch me, oh well. We used to start hiding food in the ceilings, and I'm so sorry if I'm giving away the tea, y'all, but look, now you know. And I'm pretty sure they know that too, but they don't be having time to really check like that, y'all. They might if they just petty like that, or if they looking for something specific, but most of the time, y'all, we ain't really have to worry about them going that hard. And to be honest, ladies, if you want to get away with sneaking food, put it in your underwear, put it underneath something that they ain't supposed to be touching, and you straight. So yes, at the end of AIT, every class had to have an FTX. 6 had x-ray, ours was 5 days. It was the hardest fucking FTX, probably more hard to me than basic training, because y'all, that shit was annoying. They literally had us like fucking like we was going for infantry or something during FTX. I do not know why our shit was that hard for 6 had x-ray. We were there 5 days. We were in that tent. They had us rucking, carrying litters. I'm talking about we got in trouble because somebody lost magazines. People was arguing. People was bullying each other. Like, it was so much, y'all. But like once you get to that period, y'all, when you finally get to your FTX, you gonna feel good, because that's basically the summation of AIT. Once you get done with that, school is done by that time. No more class by that time. You basically going to the field to apply your job to the field environment. So yeah, y'all, that was pretty much AIT in a nutshell as far as outside of class. So what I'm doing right now, y'all, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about my unique experience, what I did not like about AIT, some tips I have for y'all as far as like getting through it, and just, you know, keeping your head up during that time, since you're technically almost out of the mud. Like, you're about to be out of TRADOC, you're gonna be on your way to your first duty station, and now you can, you know, relax by that time. So I'm gonna talk about that right now, y'all. So before I talk about my experience in AIT, please know that bygones have been bygones for me, okay? I am out of that experience. You know, it's neither here nor there. I'm just kind of sharing with y'all what it was like for me during that time, some things I was going through, and why, you know, it made me look at the Army specifically in a certain way because of the shit I was going through. But like I have told y'all on multiple different occasions, I came in at 24 years old. So because of that, I just looked at stuff differently. And a lot of me truly feels like that would have not been my experience if I had came in right after high school. And please don't get me wrong, I know I am not that grown, I know I'm not that old, you know, but you can definitely see the difference, because even how people like do gravitate towards you or don't gravitate towards you, or who they naturally gravitate towards, you can tell, because you can see people naturally go towards, you know, people that is innate a similar lane to them. And I felt like it wasn't too many people that I was on a similar lane to, so I can't really say that I was out there and I just had so many options as far as like friends, even as far as like dating and stuff like that. Like I didn't experience in a way, whereas some girls did, you know. Some of them was out there and they was hot and they was ready and they was able to get their rocks off, have it whether they got in trouble or not. But like I said, if you're watching this video and you know me from AIT, you know it's neither here nor there. You know, I don't look at like the things that happen in AIT as being like, oh my gosh, if everybody I met at AIT is just kind of like, it wasn't my favorite. I mean, it was probably some cool people there, but because of the environment, and I didn't care for the environment, how things were set up, I'm sorry if I couldn't connect with you at that time. But hey, catch me on a different day, catch me in a different environment, and we could possibly be the best of friends. So like I said, y'all, in AIT I was annoyed the entire time, and that truthfully started from my roommates. My first roommate setup was terrible. I had this messy ass girl in my freaking room, y'all. She literally was starting rumors about me and everything. I'm like, hold up. And it came out of nowhere, y'all. I'm like, what the fuck I do to her? You know, just being messy as hell. And I'm just like, okay, I definitely can't be in a room with these two girls. It was yeah, this was not a girl that was similar to me. So, and for some reason she ain't fuck with me, she ain't care for me, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, she made it known from the jump. She clicked up with the other girl that was in our room, and I noticed it out the jump. I was like, yeah, this not my, I can't be in this room, I can't do this. So as soon as I realized that it was gonna be a little toxic environment, I got up and I got out. And eventually they caught on to how the girl was, because she was like that with everybody. She was a freaking bully, and she was messy. And even a drill sergeant, my drill sergeant, shout out to my drill sergeant, he know he is, and he literally came to me and was like, Praylo, I apologize, because I see now that you wasn't messing with nobody, it type thing. Like you was just doing you was being you type of thing. So yeah, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I got out of that room because of the two girls. Then I got into my second room, which I was cool with the girls. I'm still cool with them to this day. But we end up coming back from holiday block leave, and they had to move everybody again because how it was set up, and it was just so much going on at one time. They had to switch everybody up again. So that's when I ended up in my third room with the last girl, which we didn't have no animosity. I mean, I didn't really care to live with her. I mean, we weren't cool like that, but I ended up getting a better setup, which is the tour I'm gonna show y'all, or I probably already showed y'all in the last video, but now was my last setup, which was way better. I finally had my space and it felt good. So as far as the roommate stuff, y'all, it was very annoying. I think mostly because you're in a tight space for so long, and I don't think anybody likes living with anybody in that close proximity that you don't know. Like, you are basically on this person's ass. You can see everything they're doing. You can literally hear them on the phone talking, watching their shows, like the whole nine, y'all. Imagine you going in your room right now and you're splitting it in half with your closet, like not even a closet, but you try to put a dresser and a TV in between you and your sibling, and y'all in the same room all day. You can only imagine how annoying that will be, y'all. So another thing, y'all, that we went through in fucking AIT was the snowstorm. And I know y'all remember the snowstorm that happened at the beginning of 2021 in San Antonio in Texas, y'all. This was the first snowstorm that they claimed they ever had. We were without freaking heat for a week. We were without water at a point in time. Our room is stuck at 56 degrees. 55 while it's snow outside. We've been sleeping in a cold ass room for like 3 days now. So if you have to use the restroom, you have to go to the porta potty. That's what we were told. Our building is over there. We couldn't go to the defect. They had us eating MREs all day, every day. They only supplied us with one bottle. Look, y'all, I know I probably can't even get into all that because they might try to flag me because I'm talking about what was going on. But let me just tell y'all, that experience, like, was terrible. I felt like I was somewhere other than, like, I mean, even though they were trying their best to get things resituated, like you could still see like, wow, I'm in training going through a snowstorm. Whereas if you were at the house right now, I don't think that it would have been that as intense as it was in AIT in a training environment. Some other things that happened with me, y'all, I almost got so fine at AIT. Like, me and this girl was on each other's face like this. Oh my god, y'all, that is another story. I don't even know if I want to bring that up because me and her made up at the end, you know. And I think, no, I swear to God, she apologized to me. And that was actually crazy because I was like kind of shocked that she came up to me. She was like, I'm sorry, you know, I guess we just misunderstood each other. And the dress was like, yeah, y'all was just meant to be friends. Like, I'm like, I don't know why she had animosity towards me. For some reason, y'all, I don't know what I was acting like in AIT, but people did not like me in fucking AIT. Like, I don't know what it was, from my roommate to the girl. But I think the next girl, she was just freaking snobby. And the first one, I think that she just was like, bitch, I'd rather have anybody in here but you. Like, so I don't know what the case with, like, I don't know why that was the case, but you know, y'all kept getting into it, people in AIT. I don't know, maybe my expressions kept showing that I was irritated with the experience at that time and I was ready to go. I don't know. I thought I was being cool. I thought I was being enjoyable. Even my good friend, she hit me up. She was like, girl, I'm so sorry you keep going through this stuff. Like, I really feel like that just, you know, bad stuff just keep coming your way, and I really feel like you're a good person, so I don't know why this stuff is happening to you. Y'all, like, I was really feeling down and out in AIT because I really was having like a sucky ass experience. Like, everything was just going bad for me, y'all, left and right, from like everything. And I felt like it was going like that because from day one I was rushing to class and I just felt like I was just discombobulated. I felt off from day freaking one, y'all. And that's why I also didn't want to talk about this stuff, because I don't want nobody to see this stuff and feel like, damn, like what's up with KP? Like, why people didn't like her? Why people was trying to fight her? Because I know I'm the one telling the story, and I know it's plenty of sides to the story, and I don't know how people truthfully viewed me. I'm just saying how I was experiencing it, y'all, and it was the reason that I was ready to get the fuck out of AIT. I freaking lost a friend at AIT, y'all. Like, we was in a clique together, and me and her used to play a lot, and one day we played a little too hard and we got to arguing in the group chat, and to this day me and her ain't cool, which is kind of crazy because I didn't have no real animosity to her. So it's just like we was being aggressive as friends and we got into it or whatever like that. So I'm just like, damn, you know, I really started feeling like something was wrong with me when I was in AIT, and I was like, damn, like what am I doing so bad that's like rubbing people the wrong way? I just really feel like I don't know what the fuck it is, you know. And so, because I guess I just wasn't like a sociable person at that time. I was really like being forced to, I don't know, maybe socialize in an environment that really probably is not where I felt comfortable, not where I felt secure, type of thing. I don't know what it was, y'all, but it was always some anal with me around that time. Luckily I got out of the situation unscathed. I ain't had to put my hands on nobody, ain't nobody put their hands on me, you know. I got out feeling like I accomplished it or whatever like that. But yeah, I met some good people in AIT that I'm still cool with. My brother Raspberry, my sis Wallace. Those are my main two. Those are my main two, like this. We like, those my people where I know we are planning a trip to see each other sooner rather than later. And that's another thing too, because actually they came from the same basic training as well, and then they was from the same area, so they already knew each other, y'all. And I was like, damn, well, thank y'all for including me. I'm so happy that y'all just see me for who I am, because they really like accepted me, y'all. So for that, I forever fuck with them. Some other things that was going on in AIT, right, y'all know I talked about in my basic training video, was that my friend from basic training, she committed suicide right during the Thanksgiving holiday, y'all. So that was another thing as well. And you know, I just think a lot of that just was, I don't know, maybe that stuff was weighing heavier on me than I thought it was. And maybe because of that, I was like subconsciously portraying like a unpleasant personality or something like that I wasn't purposely trying to display. But you know, if I did, I apologize. You know, it's just like I really feel like I was not enjoying my time there. Then on top of that, y'all, so people were going through like sexual assault cases. You gonna realize that in the military that those type of things happen a lot, because people end up having sex and doing whatever they're supposed to do when they ain't supposed to be doing it. And people used to be sneaking in each other's room, going to the boys' floor, going to the girls' floor, getting caught by the drill sergeant, so we'll get locked down because of stuff like that. Just all this stuff, y'all, played a part into us like getting in trouble in AIT. And I think the biggest thing about AIT, y'all, that you just gotta make sure you keep in mind as well is that, remember, in AIT you can get recycled. You can go to another class, and I believe that most of the time if you fail like more than 3 tests, I believe they kicking your ass out of this MOS and they're gonna choose your job for you. So you have to make sure that you remember that, yeah, AIT is giving you a little bit more freedom than basic. And if you are there doing AIT right now where you're going through off post stuff and you got all this that you can do, please don't get in trouble, because it's not worth you coming in with a good ass job that you truly wanted and them kicking you out and saying you about to go be a fueler, you about to go be a laundry specialist, like, because that's what they're gonna do. Like, literally the people that got kicked out of the 6A series, they got them as freaking random MOSs. Like, some people might look up, but most of the time they put you in those high demand MOSs, and y'all know what those MOSs are. The same ones that the recruiters are pressing you about when you are trying to pick your job. So just be really wary about not keeping up the pace when it comes to your MOS, whatever MOS that you might be. Some other things I just want to bring up, if you're watching this, if you're going through AIT right now and you're feeling like it is not fun like that, or it's not what you expected, you're let down, keep pushing through, okay? Because AIT is indeed only the second part of the bigger and larger experience of what you have to come in the military, specifically in the Army. Because like I said, that was a point in time that was over a year ago now. I can look at it with a clear mind, a clear conscience, and I just kind of look at it in hindsight now. So yes, even talking about it right now like kind of slick hurts my feelings, y'all. Like, I really don't even want to talk about it, but I am, because I know people were asking me to talk about this stuff and y'all want to hear my experience, and I am talking about it. But I'm gonna be honest, I did not care for it, but I'm out, you know, I'm at my duty station right now and I'm doing me, and it's almost like, damn, I can't even believe I was ever going through like such limitations in life. But you got out, like, we got out of it, y'all, and now, you know, it's back to feeling normal. Right now I'm in a freaking hotel. Let me show y'all. And I'm just recording because I've been meaning to get this video to y'all. So yeah, you know, I'm chilling right now. So because of that, y'all, AIT is only a part of the initial experience, okay? And you will get through it. I do say make as many connections as you can during that time, even if the experience is annoying, even if you're still feeling some type of way from basic training. Y'all still take that time out to enjoy the environment, really make the most of it, and, you know, just, you know, do what you gotta do so you can get the hell up out of there and you can officially say that you are indeed in the military. And that way you can't say you didn't get through the initial entry training, because nobody wants to get out at that time. That's gonna be very bad on your pride and just everything you had went through up until that point, okay? So that was it for part 2 on my AIT experience. If you enjoyed this video, y'all, if you heard anything that I talked about that stuck out to you and you want to hear more about it in depth, let me know. Depending on what it is, I could possibly come with an entire video on it. But you know, I gotta keep it tactful because people do be watching my videos. I don't be knowing who all do or who keep up with me that ain't supposed to. So I do have to watch a lot of things I said, but hopefully this video was straightforward and I said enough that lets you know that I was being honest with y'all about my experience, but not too much that, you know, kind of deters you from wanting to go through with the second half, okay? Because this was just my experience. You know, you ask anybody else, it will be different. So yes, y'all, make sure you like this video, make sure you are subscribed, so that way you can see every video that I come out with next, and also so I can be on my road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm almost there, okay? So share this video, make sure you are following me on my social media, Instagram kyonnap_, and on Snapchat just kyonnap, okay? I'll talk to y'all later.